Okay, I'm going to be working on the homework here. Here we have 6-7. It says solve each equation for the indicated variable. For here it says to get us x alone. So I see the x here. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to add 2y to both sides. Oops, 2y comma both sides. And that's going to get me the new equation. 3x, and the 2y is gone, so 3x equals positive 2y, 2y plus 18. Now I need to get the x alone, so I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. And that's going to get me x equals, the 2 has now been divided by 3, so it's 2 over 3 y plus 18 divided by 3, or 6. And there it is, x is alone. Now in B, it's the exact same equation, but now we're trying to get y alone. So here I have the y, I gotta get rid of the 3x, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 3x, comma, both sides. That's going to get me negative 2y equals negative 3x plus 18, because I subtracted 3x from both sides. So I've got that. I like to keep the variable ahead of the regular number. That's why I did that. Now I gotta get the y alone, so I can divide by the coefficient of y in this case. So I'm going to divide by negative 2. And both sides, of course. And that's going to get me y equals, I have negative 3 divided by negative 2. So negative divided by negative becomes a positive. Y equals 3 over 2 x. And then I have plus 18 divided by negative 2. So it's going to be positive divided by negative, which is a negative. So there you are. Y equals 3 over 2x minus 9. Last, I have c equals 2 pi r for r. Now even if you don't know what this means, you can still do it. But it means circumference equals 2 pi times the radius, if you want to find it in terms of the radius. So the first thing we're going to do, since we have multiplications, we're going to divide. We're going to divide by 2 pi. So as intimidating as it may seem, it seems scary at first, it's really very simple. I'm going to divide by 2 pi on both sides, and what that's going to get me is c divided by 2 pi is equal to r, and r is alone. It's as simple as that. Okay, that one's a done deal. Alright, let's take a look at 6-8. 6-8. Camila is trying to determine the equation of a line that passes through the points negative 116 and 588. Does the function y equals 12x plus 28 work? Justify your answer by substituting in the x and y values of both points. So what I'll do is I'll just take the equation and I'll put it right here. Oops, I didn't mean to put it right there. I meant to put it down here. It's making it difficult. Alright, we'll just do it right here then. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub in the values. So I see that I can see if it works for this point, negative 116. I'll substitute x for negative 1. So where I see x here, I'm going to replace it with a negative 1. And where I see a y, I'll replace it with a 16. And basically I want to see if this is a true statement or a false statement. So the first thing I'll do is I'll multiply it. What is 12 times negative 1? It's negative 12. So I have 16 equals, negative 12 plus 28. So is that a true statement or a false statement? Negative 12 plus 28 would be positive 16. So I get 16 equals 16. So yes, it does work. Okay, so the point negative 116 does fit. Last we'll try 588. So I'm going to go back to the original equation, which is y equals 12x plus 28. And this time I'm going to substitute in a 5 for the x and an 88 for the y. And so then when I do my math, I get 12 times 5 is 60, so I have 88 equals 60 plus 28, and that's true because 60 plus 28 is 88. So we've got that answer. Okay, last it says to check Desmos. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to plot this equation, y equals 12x plus 28, and then we're going to see if those 2 points are actually on there. So let's get rid of, we'll just hide this stuff. It's always good to hide things rather than to make them disappear altogether. So it's y equals 12x plus 28. So there it is, and then we'll check for those 2 points. That's what we'll do. So the 2 points are negative 116 and 588. So there's lots of ways to do this. We can try this way. Negative 116. It appears that it's there. There it is. Negative 116. The other one we'll look for is 588. And I'm guessing that that's going to be exactly on the line as well. Let's take a look.